Welcome to this gentle yoga session, and we've got up early so we can catch the sunrise, which we've just about managed to do. So I hope you're feeling ready to go. So just settle in on your yoga mat, take a nice comfortable seat, try and reach the top of the head to the sky so we've got a nice tall spine. Drop the shoulders away from the ears, and we'll just start with 3 breaths. So inhaling in through the nose. Fill up the chest, fill up the belly, pause at the top, and out through the mouth. Now repeating that again, in through the nose, pause at the top, and out through the mouth. Nice long, slow exhales, and one more of those in your own time. So we're just going to start with a few gentle neck rolls. So just dropping the chin down to the chest and then rolling the right ear to the right shoulder. And then the chin back through center and left ear to left shoulder. And just doing that a few more times, just nice and gently feeling the stretch in the neck. Nice and easy. And as always with yoga sessions, make sure that you just listen to your body and only go as far as feels comfortable for you today. Good, and I'm bringing it back to center. And then we're going to reach the right arm out to the right, drop the left ear to the left shoulder. And maybe that's enough of a stretch, but if you'd like to deepen it even more, you can bring the left hand to the top of the head, to the right ear, sort of just gently rest the hand there, so that extra weight should just deepen that stretch. Good, and release. And we'll take it to the side, left arm out to the side, right ear to right shoulder. And then again, if you want to enhance that stretch, use that right hand on top of the left ear. Good, and release. And then we're going to start today in a kneeling position. So hopefully that feels okay for your knees, but if it doesn't, then just simply stay seated on the floor. And we're going to interlace the fingers, and then we're going to reach the arms away from us, round through the spine, and drop the head down towards the knees. And then we're going to inhale, bring the arms up to the sky and open up through the chest. And then exhale, dropping the hands down and rounding through the spine. Inhale, reach for the sky. Open up through the chest, opening the shoulder blades. And exhale, rounding through. Good, and release the hands from there. And then we'll just do a few kind of gentle rolls of the shoulders. Bringing the shoulders up to the ears and then down the back. Just getting a bit of movement into the back as well. And we're going to come into our tabletop position. So bringing the shoulders above the hands, hips above the knees, and we'll just do some cat-cows to get the spine warmed up. So dropping the belly down to the ground, looking up to inhale. And then exhale, rounding through, pushing the shoulder blades apart. And drop the belly, inhale, bringing that chest forward, looking up. And then exhale, rounding through, trying to prise the shoulder blades apart. And just keeping that movement going. And then just getting a bit playful with that movement, so just kind of making some bigger circles with the hips. So pushing the hips all the way back to the heels and making some circles round to the front, round to the sides. And then changing directions. So kind of really pushing into the hands, trying to get some movement into the shoulders as well. Got some clicks going on. Good, and coming back into that neutral position. So we're going to tuck the toes and then we're going to lift up into our first downward dog. So lifting the hips up to the sky. So we're going to bend and straighten one knee at a time. We're going to push through the hands to try and get that chest all the way back towards the knees. And then just bending and straightening one leg at a time. So maybe you have slightly more bent knees and legs. That's absolutely fine. If your heels don't touch the ground, that is absolutely fine, but just making sure you're listening into your body, just doing what feels good. And then we're going to walk the hands towards the feet, and from here we're just going to cradle the elbows, and then just, if it feels okay, just take some gentle sways around to the left side of the left foot, back through center, and around to the right side of the right foot. And then just hanging here in this forward fold, dropping the head down, releasing any tension in the neck, making some gentle sways if that feels good, or just staying still. But just feeling that stretch in the back of the legs. You can have your knees as bent as you like, trying to bring that chest nice and close to the thighs. And then in really slow time, we're going to come up to a stand, stacking the vertebrae one by one. Coming all the way up to a stand. And then inhale, reaching the arms up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. And then we'll come into our Tadasana, so the palms of the hands facing the front. And then we'll start from the ground up, so spreading the toes and then making sure that our feet feel nice and firmly grounded, really strong in the legs, engaging the core, and then dropping the shoulders down the back and away from the ears, and reaching the top of the head towards the sky. Nice and strong in this mountain pose. And just connecting with the body here and just checking in. How is everything feeling today? Good. And we're going to inhale, reach the arms to the sky. And exhale back into our forward fold. And then bring the hands to the shins. Inhale, looking up, nice flat back. And then as we exhale, we're going to bend the knees and walk the hands to the top of the mat, coming into our plank position. And just creating a little bit of heat here. Maybe just shifting the weight from the left hand to the right hand. And then we'll drop the knees down, exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale for upward dog. And then exhale, we're just going to widen the knees and push back into our child pose. So trying to drop the chest, the forehead down to the mat. We can have our fists stacked or just pushing all the way down. Good, and then inhale, coming back up into our child pose again. And we're just going to step the left foot in between the hands, and we're coming into our low lunge position. So first of all, we're just going to get a little bit of movement in that back hip, so just kind of swaying backwards and forwards, pushing with that left leg, making sure that the left knee's in line with the left toes. And then we're going to come to an upright position, and then we're going to inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. And then as we exhale, we're going to goalpost the arms and really sort of bring our chest forwards, and exhale, kind of sink low into that low lunge. So you might feel the stretch in the right hip. So we inhale, slightly push back through the left leg, reach the arms up to the sky, and exhale, sinking forwards into that low lunge. Bring the shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach. And exhale, sinking low. One more of those. Great. And bringing the hands down to the mat, we're going to walk the left foot to the left edge of the mat, and then bring the left hand to the left knee, and gently kind of pressing that leg apart, pressing the knee gently outwards. And then we're going to straighten that left leg, and then pushing the weight back over the hips. So have a fairly straight left leg, or you can have more of a bend if you have tight hamstrings. Bringing the chest square onto the foot, and we're going to inhale, straighten up through the spine, and then as we exhale, we're gently leaning forward over that left leg. And just breathing in to the back of the left leg. Good, and bringing that forward. And then from here, we're going to tuck the back toes, and then gently, we're going to lift that right knee off the mat. And then from here, we can sort of sway backwards and forwards. So again, getting a bit of movement into the hips, but also creating a little bit of strength through the leg, through the core. And then we're going to bring this left knee in towards the chest and place it down onto the ground, coming into pigeon. Now the aim here is to have your sort of lower, your foot a bit more parallel, the lower shin more parallel with the mat, but I have quite tight hamstrings, so it's going to be more diagonal for me. So we're going to inhale, lift up, and then exhale, bringing the chest down towards the ground. Maybe you have your fist stacked, or maybe the forehead comes all the way down. And then coming back up, so pushing through the hands, and then we're going to push that leg into our plank position, and again just kind of holding in plank here for a moment. And you can either drop the knees or keep them lifted, whatever feels good, lowering all the way down to the mat, and then pushing up for upward dog, and then tuck the toes, pushing back for downward facing dog. And from here, we're going to drop the knees down to the mat, and then we're going to step the right foot forward in between the hands, coming up into our low lunge. And we'll get a bit of movement here again. So just hands on the knees, kind of gently rocking backwards and forwards. Get some movement into that hip. And then pushing through the right foot, so a bit more upright. Remember, keep that knee in line with the toes. And then we inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. And then as we exhale, we goalpost the arms and sink low and forward into that right hip. So inhale, reach, pushing back. And exhale, lower. Inhale, reach. And exhale, sinking down. And one more, inhale, reach. And exhale, really trying to bring that chest forwards. Good, and bringing the hands down to the mat, walking the right foot to the right edge. right hand to the right knee and gently pressing that knee open. And then bringing the right knee more upright and then pushing the body back, straightening that right leg, bringing the toes up towards the sky. And again, remember, you can have as much of a bend in that right knee as you need. So inhale, straighten through the spine. And then exhale, sinking forward over that right leg. And then bringing the foot weight to the front. We're going to tuck the back left toes, lift that right left knee off the ground, and then gently kind of pushing our weight forwards and back. A bit of movement into the back left hip, but engaging through the left leg and the core. Pushing down through the hands, we're going to hover that right knee in and then placing it down onto the ground wherever feels good. And then inhale, lifting the chest. And exhale, lowering down, coming into our pigeon. And inhale, coming back up, tuck the back left toes, lifting that right knee and stepping back into plank position. And from here, just moving that weight around again. And you can either stay in this plank position or just to get a little bit of heat going, we're going to step the left knee in between the hands and back, and the right knee in between the hands, hovering that knee and back. And just a couple more of those, getting a bit of heat into the core. Good. And then we're going to drop the knees and lower all the way down. We're going to bring the fingertips to the outside edges of the mat with the elbows lifted, and we're going to inhale, just peel the chest up off the ground, and then exhale, lower the forehead back down. So inhale, peeling that chest up, and exhale, lower. And just one more of those. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale for upward dog. Up the toes, exhale for downward dog. So really trying to push through the palms of the hands, through the fingers, trying to work that chest back towards the thighs. You can pedal out the legs here. And then walking the hands back towards the feet again, coming into our forward fold, cradling the elbows. Let the head hang loose. And then really slowly just release the elbows, let the hands hang, coming up to a standing position. Bringing the shoulder blades together down the back. Inhale, reach for the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. Coming into our Tadasana once again, so palms of the hands face forward. Nice and strong through the legs, through the core. Taking a breath here. And then inhale, reaching the arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, looking up, flat back. And exhale, walking the hands forward into our plank position. Either dropping the knees or keeping them lifted, lowering all the way down. Inhale for upward dog. And exhale for downward dog. And we're going to drop the knees down and come into a seat. We're going to extend the left leg long, bringing the right foot to the inside of the right thigh, squaring the shoulders towards that left foot. Inhale, straighten through the spine. And then exhale, folding forward over that left leg, but keeping the spine nice and straight. Maybe reaching for the shin or for the ankle, or maybe for around the base of the foot. And inhale, coming back up. And then from here, we're going to bring the left hand to the right knee and the right arm up behind. We're going to twist around, look over the right shoulder. And then we're going to inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky. And then we're going to bend over towards that left leg again. So the right hand is reaching for the left toes. So you should be feeling that stretch in the right side. Trying to keep the right shoulder open as well. And inhale, coming back up. And we'll swap over. So the right leg is extended, left foot on the inside of the right thigh. Inhale, straighten up through the spine. And exhale, folding forward over the right leg. Walking the hands down the shin, around to the ankle perhaps, but keeping the spine nice and straight. Gaze towards the toes. And inhale, coming back up. Right hand to left knee, left hand comes up behind for a bit of a twist, looking over the left shoulder, nice tall spine. And then as we're going to inhale, bring the left arm up to the sky, and exhale, folding over that right leg, trying to reach the left fingers towards the right toes, and breathing into the left side. Trying to keep the left shoulder open. And then inhale, coming back up and release. And from here, we're going to come down onto our backs. And we're just going to come into bridge pose for a moment. So pushing down through the feet with the knees bent. So maybe just having the feet about a kind of foot's distance away from the bum. So pushing down through the feet, and then we're going to lift the hips up to the sky, trying to kind of wiggle the shoulder blades underneath towards each other. Just getting a bit of heat into the core, so really engaging all of the muscles in the backs of the legs, the glutes, the core. Just taking a breath here. And lowering down. We can bring the arms out to the sides. If you want to just look after your back, you can either just bend the knees and drop them down to the left. But if you'd like a deeper stretch, you can bring the right ankle on top of the left knee and then drop that left knee down to the left and look over the right shoulder. And bringing that left knee back up stepping the right foot down. And again, left ankle onto right knee. Drop the right knee to the right. Look over the left shoulder. And bringing the right knee back up. And then we'll extend the legs out long, the arms down by the sides. If you can try and get the palms of the hands facing towards the sky. And bringing those shoulder blades together underneath. And then just relaxing here in our Shavasana pose. So reconnecting with the breath. Just letting the feet just relax, flop to one side. See if you can relax all of the muscles in the neck and the shoulders. Relaxing the muscles in the forehead, around the eyes. Relaxing the jaw. And just staying connected with that breath. Just watching the inhale and exhale. Does it reach the bottom of your tummy? And if you can pause the video here and remain longer in this pose, then please do so. And we'll start to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, and then bringing the knees back in and turning over onto our right side. And in slow time, pushing up to a seat. And from here, we're going to inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. Namaste. Thank you for practicing yoga with me. I hope you've enjoyed the scenery, and the sun has finally fully broken through, which is great. And enjoy the rest of your day.